So this is the part 2. We had a conversation 2 days ago, and now I have some more deeper questions. And it starts also with your first encounter. So can you describe the first time you encountered Iboga? Not really what happened, but more what you felt, and what did awaken in you that had been asleep?
Yeah, I had an experience of outer body. I could see myself lying down and yeah, a kind of coma experience. And but I could think for myself at the same time, and I felt gratitude for what I have and what I don't have, and I could feel like I could not come back to the body if I wish to. And this gratitude uh, gave me a sense of purpose to come back, and yeah, that was the awakening, this gratitude for the soul I've got to develop myself in the life I have. Spiritual growth, sharing my knowledge. Yeah, that's what it showed me, and yeah, I follow that. So that's what happened, really. That's my deep sense of purpose. That's what awakened me to.
And was there a moment during that first experience that you thought that this isn't just for me and this is for others too? And what made you cross that threshold?
Yeah, I felt that it was not only for me, because I saw that a lot of people kind of lost in materialism, and the whole purpose of their life was chasing money and chasing materialism. That's what they thought would give them happiness, and I thought Iboga could make them see that that's a false sense of being, a false sense of connection to the whole, the chase, and also the connection to their soul. Yeah, I thought the Iboga could show that. Yeah, that's why I think it's very important to do it for a lot of people, because the conditioning we are having in this society is about the connection to materialism, mostly, and yeah, doesn't bring any happiness. It's all momentary happiness of having something, and then when you have it, it's gone. So,
And,
yeah.
and this first time you had the Iboga experience is also the same time you, or maybe not directly, but you said that this was going to be your work?
Yeah, I thought it was very important to do it as work, because it could improve the life of a lot of people when they realize the value of having a soul and working with their soul. not only with their senses of, you know, with hearing, tasting, and seeing things.
And yeah, so you made the decision that you would become like a vessel for healing. And what does it mean to you to become a keeper of this medicine? Do you see it as a gift or also as a burden? Or both?
No, not really as a gift or a burden. I see it as a life purpose, and sometimes this and sometimes that. It's yeah, it's not. It doesn't make difference in the meaning of purpose. The feeling of a gift or the feeling of a burden is a feeling that I had to let go in order to be the vessel of healing. I was not looking for reward or something like that. So just giving the knowledge I had, that was probably the gift. Sharing the knowledge. Sharing the knowledge is very important to me, to be able to open up to see new things in life, except for what we learned and we are conditioned to. That there is more to life than this conditioning. Yeah, this is how I would put it.
But you say it's not a gift or a burden, but still you have to put a lot of time, and it's sometimes also very difficult people who have a lot of trauma or physically, yeah, and sometimes mentally very sick. So you have to put a lot of effort and time and care in them. So when you guide someone through the Iboga, what part of yourself do you have to offer, and what must you set aside?
My ego, and making the person feel relaxed, welcome, and that's part of me. When I see the other person as part of me, then I can feel that it is rewarding. Yeah, because you get the energy that you need to be able to do it. Yeah. I don't know where the energy is coming from. I know that I get enough energy to help this person to realize things for their own, to make them realize that they're capable to find out how to manage their lives. And everyone is in a different process, in a different level of understanding. And so it is the welcoming of the person the way they are, without thinking I need to do this or that. It comes by itself. It's like a flow of energy. Yeah. And of course I'm a human being, so I need to relax too. So let the energy come in. Yeah.
And Iboga is a very powerful medicine itself. not only physically, so you get when you take it with higher dosage, you get with the flood dose ataxia, but also spiritually or existentially. So, have you feared this power before?
Mm. Oh, well, yes, of course, I did fear it because since I don't know the people so well before they come, I don't know exactly where they're at and if they tell me the truth about their intention. I'm more afraid of their ego and how they relate to me and about telling the truth. Yeah, that's kind of scary sometimes that they don't say what what the real intentions are. Yeah.
And some people who came, I can also remember, they didn't have a good intention. They had the intention that they needed to do it because someone else told them so, or
Exactly. Yeah.
like the family or their parents. What other intentions have people had to take it that you thought that might not be okay?
It's not okay to think it's gonna fix me and like a magic bullet. I don't need to do anything. It's gonna fix me, and when I come out, I'm gonna be okay. And they know from people who did it and had this afterglow where they thought the world is beautiful and everything is cool. I feel so great. But that is temporary. When the afterglow is gone, then you still need to work on your life, on the purpose of your soul in this life. And yeah, it doesn't come by itself. And when people think it is, I think it's the wrong intention. When they are convinced I'm gonna take this and it's gonna fix me, just like a pill from the doctor. If I'm gonna take this magic pill, I am going to feel better, and my body's gonna feel better. Yeah, there are a lot of improvements by physical improvement by taking Iboga. Of course, that's why it is so wonderful to do it. But to come with the idea it's gonna fix me without doing anything for myself, that's not the, let's say, the right intention to start with.
And during this afterglow, it is much easier to work on yourself. But how long does it last that you have like a stronger power to work on yourself, or you have the awakening is so strong that you're more motivated? How long does that time usually is?
Between 3 months to 6 months. Yeah. If you do it in these 3 to 6 months, you improve a lot. Yeah, that's for sure.
And well, you've seen people who went back home to, well, their previous life before they took the Iboga, and people that went maybe to a different environment. How important is it to be successful to change the environment?
Yeah, changing the environment gives you a fresh start. And new energy. Um, Coming back to the same is not easy it's not easy to keep the afterglow and to move on with this, because a lot of things are in the memory, and people are quite lazy to change. So I think it's important to go somewhere else and do new things and have some kind of order, some planning how to do it, what do we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what has the Iboga taught you about love that no human ever could teach you?
The love is everywhere, and having a soul in your body is out of love. Having the nature around us is out of love, and the ability to connect to nature is out of love, and get out of nature what we need to be happy with ourselves. It's a reflection as well. That's love.
And do you think the reason that people become addicted, is it a lack of self-love, or a lack of connection with love for nature, or?
I think it is a bonding problem, which they have from growing up in a family where the parents are not working on themselves or chasing materialism, and so they have less time to bond with their children and give them the confidence and the knowledge they need to love themselves and to appreciate and to show gratitude to what they have. So that's, I think, yeah, the reason why people get addicted. They don't learn to be grateful for what they have. And that's, yeah, part of the conditioning.
And have you ever been in a conflict with the plant, or that you said no to it?
No, but the kind of the energy of the plant or the spirit of the plant was telling me, oh, why do you need to take it again when you know already so much? So when I took it, I had the kind of, a vision that I thought, oh, okay, why do I need to do that? And I had a vision of being a soul on the top of the tree and looking at the world from a point where I didn't have the physical body. I was just a light being, and I saw the mountains and the trees and the forest, and everything was nice and quiet and peaceful. And then there were people coming to ask me to come down from the tree, because of course I had another purpose than sitting on top of the tree. And then I thought, why would I need to come down when it's so nice just to be a light being without all this burden of being in a physical body? And then I came down because they asked me to come down, and I thought, well, if so many people ask me to come down, then I probably need to come down. And as I came down, I had a physical body, and I could walk into the forest, into a path. And I thought that was, walking the path of Iboga. That was very clear. So as a soul, as a lost a soul without a body, I thought it was great. And well, then after needing to have a body in order to fulfill this purpose, yeah, that was the conflict basically. But I don't regret it. I don't regret coming to the body and walking the path. It was just a moment of bliss, and then, yeah.
And when we talk about failure and redemption, can you share a moment when the medicine didn't work or when the healing didn't come in the way you expected? And what did it teach you about control?
It taught me about my control. I cannot control everything. I can control some things, and but how far someone is on their path, I cannot control that. So I try to let go of the need to control and having this trust that what is given to me and is going to work out. And if it doesn't, it means that it's not the time to work out the way most people do. And yeah, if it's not the right time for the person to have that experience, then it's not my position to force it or to be disappointed of it or to think, yeah. Sometimes I wish I could work longer with the person and give them more of an advice, but if they're not open to it, then it's also not my control. Don't in my control to force anything. So it's not like they have to go through something that I need to give them. Yeah.
And is there a moment that still haunts you? A treatment or a choice or a silence that you could that you wish you could rewrite?
Yeah, quite a few people that I thought, I'm welcoming them, and I wish I could do it better for them, or wish they would accept more of me, but they didn't. And at that moment I thought, oh, how pity. If that person just waited a little longer, I think it would have been much more profound for that person, the whole experience. I think so, yeah. But it's not a disappointment that's haunt me. It is more, I wish I could convince that person in a better way to stay longer. Yeah, that's what it is. Like I said, everyone with his own processes, and it's like with everything else. Yeah.
And with regards to cultural dissonance and sacred responsibility, how do you hold the tension between the sacredness of Iboga and the Western obsession with quick fixes, performance, and escape?
Well, that's a hard question because like I said, for some people experience that more, the sacredness, because they are more in touch with with their soul or with their higher self. They've done a spiritual work before, so yeah, they understand that better. But some people don't, and it's hard to break through in their condition. If it doesn't happen, then I don't know how I can, how I could make them understand something if they can't see it.
And how do you avoid becoming a healer or like a guru in the way this world romanticizes, and stay instead a servant of the sacredness of Iboga?
Well, I'm trying. I am staying myself the way I am, and yeah, some people would look up to me, and some people don't. But I'm not really looking for that myself. So yeah, people romanticizing and looking for idols, but I'm not putting myself there to be looked up to. So I think I would lose my sense of purpose if I let that influence me. And my purpose is to heal people, to give them a window of opportunity to change where they are stuck and where they have or where the conditioning is so strong that they don't see a way out. And yeah, so I think I would lose the sense of purpose for what I'm looking for if I let that influence me.
And it's difficult to go beyond language, but if there are things Iboga reveals that cannot be put into words, if you had to express the spirit of Iboga, not what it does, but what it is, what would you say, or how would you describe it? Like, is it from...
Well, what most people understand it is we are so in a human experience, and that shows you that. Yeah, that you have a human experience, but you're not only a physical body. And that, for me it is gratitude for everything I have and for everything I don't have. That's probably what it showed me, and what it shows other people too. To be more conscious of what you have and what you feel you deserve as a human. Your freedom, your humor, your joy, your happiness.
So it's more like a consciousness.
Yeah, it is awareness. It is giving you awareness to your consciousness. Yeah.
And your voice has often been the last voice someone heard before they went into this Iboga journey. What would you usually say to them?
I would say breathe deep and relax, and the more you relax, the better it will go. And the more you relax, the more you let it in, and the more you will learn from it. If you are trying to fight it, then you're not allowing it to do its work as good as it could. So I would say relax and breathe deep and count your breathing, let go of expectations,
Okay. And what part of you is tired, and what part of you is still burning with regards of the Iboga?
Yeah. Well, the part of me which is tired is to try to make people understand things if they are not able to understand them. Kind of, yeah. Like I said, everyone is in their own process, and yeah, I'm tired of trying to show them that they have their own process, and that's what they have to go through in their life in order to understand things. And the fire in me is that a window of opportunity to create that for people who want to change, who want to go through an experience that gives them new opportunities. And I've seen that happening. So, yeah, that's still the fire. Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to say before we close?
I would say it's worth it. It's worth it in any case to try and to be with a person you trust that encourage you to become the better version of yourself. That's what I want to end with.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You too.